Here we are.
Check, 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 check. There we go, checking again. Okay. Sweet. We can just... Whoopsie. Okay. How are the people? Okay, let's work. There we go. Come on, people. Okay. Well, now that I've fixed my my live viewing board, I can see that there's 2 of you in here. Maybe speak up, folks. How's it going? How's your Friday? Yeah, there's the problem. Now I gotta. Hey. Well, there you go. This is I can show you the. Oh, yeah, I'm also doing a Mass Effect, or I was doing a Mass Effect version 100 years ago. Welcome, by the way, to the stream. Happy to have you here. Oh, there's the full Mass Effect. Yeah, there's Rex. So I've been working on this for like way too long. But it's we got a show coming up soon, and I need to finish like a couple new things because right now I've got a lot of old material that has been seen by most of the people in our area. So trying to blast through this one and actually get it done. It's kind of a white whale right now. There's been a lot of iterative iteration on this one. Brayden, I want you to know I'm watching you as you're watching me. So playing through Doom and Doom Eternal, not Doom the Dark Ages. You can only handle 2 games at a time. 3's too many. Braden, if you have something to say, comment it in the chat. You don't quit texting me. Throw your hot takes in here and then people can get angry. Oh yeah, I respect that. I mean, I will say the Doom games are some of the best optimized games I've ever played. It is, I mean, that first one especially will run on a potato. It's nuts. I've got a pretty hefty PC, so I didn't notice any problems with Dark Ages. I haven't played it forever. I had a Game Pass when it first came out, so that's how I hopped in there. But didn't play it a ton, didn't notice any issues, but I'm not on the same PC I was when the first Doom came out, so I would not, well, not the first Doom, obviously, but you know, the first and the new ones. So current PC would not be too concerned. Old PC noticed how well optimized Doom 2018 was. Dark Ages is great though. It's like the meta of that one is very much all about just going full power, all out, push, push, push. Where like the first one is all about movement. The second one, or the first one was like speed, I think was the idea. But then the second one was the movement, the crazy movement mechanics going all over the place with the grappling hook and stuff like that. Didn't play a lot of Eternal. But 3 is very much like go, 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 push, push, push. And I very much enjoyed my time with that, just like going after it. No time to think, just attack. Very, very good time. I don't know that we'll ever do games on here. It's kind of not our niche necessarily, but that would be a fun one to do on stream for sure. Let's see. There we go. Pretty good. I feel like this guy should be looking up. I don't know. These things are so hard to draw. All the little tiny dumb details on these guys. And then trying to find one version, because then they're different in live action than they are in the animated shows. So for the B1s and B2s especially, it was just a nightmare. Where like the commando droids were basically, I mean, created for the animated shows as far as I can tell. Hola, hola. Laurita, hola. Bienvenidos a La Extrema. I don't know. My knowledge is ending there. Knowledge of language. This is the exciting part. Doing all these dumb little baby details. number 2. Can't believe Loretta was number 2. So offensive. Let's see. Oh! That was weird. Let's see. Yeah. Throw Rex back in there. Figure out where the heck the overlap is. Oh, too much. It's all coming together. If I ever randomly sing some tune that in no way matches the lo-fi beats, it's because I've got different copyrighted music going to my ears. My brain goes on autopilot and forgets that you don't hear it. Like, what the? Is he okay? Is he having a psychotic break? So how would we... shift this looking upwards? Bring that way down, and then... because what do their faces look like? They look like that. So... I don't know. Lo-fi from the long box. Let's do it. The great, the famous Michael Timothy Clopperino has entered the room. If you guys have any great questions for this second best host, of the best show hosted by the Big Two. Ask now. Like there. Yeah, I don't really know what the heck what the bottom of one of these guys' heads would look like in that angle, but I can figure it out someday. Can move on to this guy for now. It's a little bit more fun. How are you, Michael? How is your secret errand? Don't worry, it's just between us. This isn't going on the internet. Very good, very secret. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Oh boy. So, if you're wondering why I am roughly drawing over what look like pretty clean lines, it's because I have redone Rex kind of from scratch and also a lot of the background from scratch. So I want the vibe of everything to match, so I am just basically loosening up what I've already done in order that it fits the vibe still. So then I'll go back over the whole thing with the cleaner black inks. Just working in purple because it's easier to distinguish the difference then between the inks and the pencils. I guess in this case roughs, they're not pencils, obviously. Because it is an IPID. Yeah, I mean, it's only... I actually cut the layers on this one down quite significantly. Because the original version of it is over here. And there... Well, see, this is the cut down version still. So if we look at the replay... I started... just trying to freehand it. And thought I should probably make some reference. And this is from a long time ago. Opinions on Jurassic Park. interesting. I don't recognize the name Mr. E's Animations. Do I know you? And did I talk to you about Jurassic Park today? Are you one of the friends that I talked to about Jurassic Park today? And I don't know your YouTube username? Because I like Jurassic Park. I've read the book. The newest movie? Kind of nothing, as far as I'm concerned. You're getting me in a big direction here. I'm losing track. Hold on. So I start doing the thing, just trying to freehand it, and then eventually, I start doing the Mass Effect version. Yeah, so I put some models together to try to... Man, I got really far in the Mass Effect version. Ask questions for no reason. Interesting. See, but that's this exact kind of thing that my buddy who I talked to today would say. So I don't know if you're telling the truth. Yeah, there we go. So I posed these. I'll tell you more about Jurassic Park in just a second. I posed this little action figure guy in a bunch of different poses to match the Doom poster. Hold on, the saxophone is going crazy in my ears. Got to turn this down. I have played Mass Effect. That's why I started doing this version of it. Huge recommend. I got to start writing down these questions. I didn't see the two previous Jurassic Park movies, Michael, so I have no idea. The first Jurassic World movie lost me. I did not see the other two. But yeah, I posed the models so then I could go off of that. So there's the models. And then there's me redoing Rex and then getting pretty far on that, painstakingly going over the droids, and then getting to a point where I decided that Rex looked too stiff. And that's 15 hours into the piece. Okay, back to the chat. Jurassic Park, I really love the book. I think it's really good, incredible science fiction horror. And I love the first movie for what it is. It's not the book. It's got scary elements, and science fiction obviously is a part of it. Horror, not as much. But it has that Spielberg charm. It has the Spielberg childlike wonder of dinosaurs, where the book, the novel, is very like cut and dry, scientific, cold hard facts. And it, like, the whole first chapter is basically just a textbook about how biogenetics work, maybe realistically or maybe science fiction-y, I have no idea, but it's actually riveting to read. So I love Crichton's work. I need to read more of his stuff. I have a lot of his books out in the other room in like mass market trade paperback. That's comic books. Mass market paperback size, which is really fun. But yeah, I love the first movie. Second movie's fine. It has a bit more of the vibe of the book, adapts more of the book in certain ways, actually. I haven't read the book, The Lost World. I don't know if it actually follows the movie The Lost World at all, or if they just kept the title. Jurassic Park 3, I have zero memory of at this point. And was there a fourth one? I have no idea. And then First World is like, it's fine. Didn't see the second or third Jurassic World because I was like, they didn't make me care enough about these people. And then I just watched the most recent one because I'm a big movie guy as well. If you don't know that from the comic book show, I also used to do a podcast called Cinema Lounge, which will be coming back soon. We're doing it once a year now for the Oscars. So with the Oscars coming up, we will be talking about the Oscar-nominated movies, and the new Jurassic World was nominated for Best Visual Effects. So I watched it, and I thought it was kind of nothing. So that's what I say about that. I have not been on the Jurassic Park ride. Is that a Universal Studios thing? I've not been to any of the big parks, really, except for if you count Worlds of Fun. Welcome to the Midwest. And then Mass Effect. Yes, Dovnik, Mass Effect. Walt Simonson did a comic adapting the first movie. The first movie? Or adapting the novel? Because I've said many times that I feel like a direct adaptation of the book would be really cool. Would work best as like a series, a mini series, an HBO style series. But I don't think anyone will ever get the budget for that because the movie's so popular. So I would say that a graphic novel would be a really cool way to go with it. But who knows? I mean, I know it's not going to happen. But Mass Effect is really, really good. I love Mass Effect. It is the same devs as I don't want to sound like I'm mansplaining to you, but it's the same devs as the Knights of the Old Republic. And the reason I bring that up is because if you ever go to play through it, it feels so much like KOTOR. The first one does. Like the DNA is very there. It's very part of it. So it feels a little dated, which is probably why most people's favorite is 2, because the game mechanics suddenly feel like they're from this century. But I really loved the story of Mass Effect 1, so I didn't really care that it was mechanically kind of dated and goofy to play. And now that there's the Legendary Edition, there's a really great way to play it. So I would highly suggest it. I really, really enjoy it, and I'm very excited for whatever the heck they're doing next. Did not play all the way through Andromeda, started it, and then didn't drop it because I didn't like it. I know it was a buggy mess on release, and the story's not great. I just fell off it because I got busy. I would love to play it someday. I really like BioWare-style RPGs. Haven't played any of the Inquisition, whatever it's called, Dragon Age thing. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Walt Simonson is a comic directly adapting the first movie. I mean, I'd be interested to see that. I mean, Simonson is great. I just love that book so much, man. The book is really good. Freaking everybody dies in the book. Everybody dies. Almost. Listen, I'm really excited about Fate of the Old Republic because it has some of the people from the original KOTOR team on it, specifically the director of that game. We don't really know anything about it beyond that, but I'm very excited about this world that we live in today where we are getting a lot of Star Wars games. Like, they're not afraid to just make stuff anymore. It's really cool. Like, they were so concerned, it felt like, for a while there with the canon, and anything that they make is canon. It's like, it doesn't have to be. It's okay if it's not, because then we get more stuff and you can tell us if it's canon later. Like, for stuff like Jedi Fallen Order, like those games, I get it, but like, does the Jedi Starfighter game, does Star Wars Squadrons, does that have to be a canon video game? It's just a space. It's a dogfighting sim in space. That's really cool. We don't need it to be canon. We don't even need a story. Just make it cool and give it good support. Same thing for the new Pod Racer game. That I'm very excited about. Like, we do not need fancy. Like, if there is a story mode in the pod racing game, why? Unless it's for some reason, if it's really good, if they craft an incredible, deep pod racing narrative where I become best friends with, what is it, Ben Quadranos or something, then I'm in. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. That's what I say. Whoever the heck are making that game. Like, I don't care that Star Wars Outlaws was kind of whatever. I'm glad that it exists. Like, make games. Like, they don't need to be like movies. We can make mid-budget things. They don't have to be ridiculously huge every single time. I'm happy to watch a thing. Watch a thing, play a thing. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, boy. What do you think, Dovnik? I know. They know us. They know what we want. One of my favorite things is when the Discussing Film Twitter account, which is very usually usually very professional, breaks character, and they don't do it very often, but the stuff they choose to do it is very funny. And they posted after the state of play a picture of just him from the trailer. It said, Ben Quadranos is effing back, but they did not censor themselves. I was like, that is hilarious. This is a respected film journalism social media account. And we are tweeting about Mr. Star Wars guy. Yeah, the original games are very good. I've played most of the first one, have not gotten around to the second one. They are just like the gameplay, the style of the gameplay is unfortunately very dated. Like you kind of have to do a little bit of modding. It used to be in kind of that weird space of games that are like too old to even run on new hardware sometimes, where it's like it freaks out because it doesn't understand what your computer is. But it's fine now. I haven't had any issues. That could be a fun one though, to if we do expand to a video game thing, like I said, then we could do something like that on the channel. It'd be a big time commitment though. That wouldn't be like, you know, playing some Warzone or something and then just hopping off. Like if we're gonna play a story game, I want to, you know, do the whole thing. Not all at once, obviously, especially not something as big as that, but you know, over time. And then I'm saying, well, when do I edit the regular show? When do I spend time with my wife? I guess never. Sorry, honey. I have to play Star Wars for Dovnik. Let's see. People want Longbox Gaming. Michael, you want Longbox Gaming. We're just starting to get these people on board with the comic book thing. Become rich and famous in one area before moving into another one. That's my mantra. That's what my mommy always told me. Marshall, when you grow up, you need to become rich and famous in one area. Okay, Mom. You may desire to become rich and famous in two areas. This would be a mistake. Never diversify. Put all your eggs in one basket, then give up. And I have. All my life. Man, I wish I could play the music that I've got here for you guys, because I found this YouTube channel a while back. I don't know how I came across it, but it's called Mihon Reko. Mihon space Reko. And it's this guy in like, I don't know, a very small bar, I guess. I don't know where. If it's in an Asian country or somewhere else, but because this guy's Asian and so are all the people in the shop. But he is like a DJ and he just does these great sets mixing vinyl, and they are really good to work to. It's super chill vibes. And it just took me down a rabbit hole of tons of channels like this. Like there's various people that I found, like Humano Studios is another one that has like really good like soul and funk and rap mixing into each other. Oh man. Really good, really solid. Michael, I should make you like a moderator or something. I don't know how to do that on YouTube. I know that you have just access to the YouTube channel as a manager or something, but I don't know how to do that. Masayoshi Takanaka is great if you haven't listened before. I will. Is this a person on that I can find on like Spotify and like it real quick here? Let me just do a full screen for you so you can see where we're at. Bing. Masayoshi. Yeah. Ooh, that's a cool looking guy. Look at that guy. Can you see him? Probably not. Oh man. Yeah, I will definitely check that out. Yeah, something about that says Marshall. Oh, I love that. I remember when I first discovered Flying Beagle. Oh man, what a day that was. I didn't get any work done. I was just jamming. Holy crap. If you haven't listened to Flying Beagle, you are missing out on life. What an incredible piece of art. Let's see. Oh no, my video ended. Beautiful Japanese man. Something I say often. There we go. Yeah, here I don't know if it'll let me post links. I'll put this in the chat here. Yeah, there's what I'm listening to right now. Just started this one. Beautiful Japanese man. My Japanese teacher complimenting my Japanese. Beautiful Japanese man. I don't know Japanese. I don't have a Japanese teacher. Oh, it looks so official when I put something in the chat. Longbuck Studios says, look at this. Oh boy. So Dovnik, what are you into? You apparently like comic books since you're here. How'd you find us? What was your first video? Let's see. And then the other guy that was here, where are you? What was your name? Not Michael. There was another guy. Mr. Ease Animations, if you're still here, tell us about yourself too. I want to know, how did you find us? Unless it was a trick and you are one of the guys I was talking to earlier about Jurassic Park. Then you can just say that. Oh, okay, dude. So I thought that this is Matthew. I thought that your username was a different thing. I don't know why. But welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for the support. In the back of my head, I kept thinking Dovnik. Weird that that's so similar. Because for some reason, I was sure that you had a different, that I had seen you in the chat before and that it was a different thing. Don't know. I guess I'll keep being nice to you. If I have to. Well, what was your first video, Matthew? What'd you watch on the channel first? Answer the question. Great background to Doom. So you're actively playing Doom right now. What time is it? 9:26. Ooh, I'm running very late. I might actually have to probably finish this commando droid and then bounce. Whoopsie. Oh, no, everyone has moved on without me here. Oh, no Benjamin yet. Okay. How long have I been going? 47 minutes. Man, time flies when you're talking to Matthew. That's what everybody says. And they're right. Like the Flying Beagle. Do you know Flying Beagle, Matthew? You need to see, or hear, rather, Flying Beagle. Popped up because there's another Comic Hero channel I watch and you were underneath that. Wow, okay, cool. Love to hear it. Love to know that the machine is catching on to our schemes here. I don't, but I did like it in Spotify to listen to. Is it on Spotify? I didn't think it was on Spotify. No way. It's on Spotify. So this was not on Spotify when I first discovered it. This is so exciting. This stuff is crazy. If you like the music in Cowboy Bebop, this is basically that. It is nutso. Dude, nothing does it like Japanese jazz. Oh my gosh, and there's other albums on here too. Life changed. What a day. Nothing like listening to Japanese jazz while you're cleaning the church, huh, Matthew? Whew. Good. Sweet. Yeah, it is like so bombastic and cool. Oh, I love it. For what you do, that's great working music. For what I do, it would be a little over the top. If I'm going to have music in the background of an edit, then it needs to be chill. Because most of the time I can't. I need to be able to hear what the heck's going on. But sometimes, like baptism edits, I can usually have something chill in the background that doesn't have words, because I still need to hear what's going on. But there's, synth pad is going to go underneath that at the end, so it doesn't really matter music-wise if I've got something going under it. In fact, it kind of sometimes helps work through it, because there will be music under it. So if I'm just watching it silent, then I'm not really getting a good idea of what it's going to be like. So having something chill. It is sometimes funny though. I'll be listening to like classical music and something like Night on Bald Mountain will come on while I'm doing a baptism video edit. It's like And they're talking about, yeah, I grew up in a Christian family, and I've always known about Jesus. Bum 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 bum. I'm like, this does not. I need to change it because it'll just be going passively, and eventually I'll notice it and be like, oh, never mind. Or like Romeo and Juliet is very funny. That one would come on, and it's so dramatic. Dun 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 dun. I'm gonna avoid a tangent with the rocks there. Probably didn't, but whatever. Absolutely, man. Get Doom all up in there. Okay. Do this guy's head and then probably call that a little stream. Oh, my body. How's everything sound, by the way, Matthew? Does it all sound like music isn't too loud, my voice is louder than the music to the level that it makes sense, that kind of thing? I had to change a bunch of random settings in OBS. I don't know why there was a bunch of weird jank going on for a second there. Crashed like 2.5 times before I began here. I don't know how you feel about the thumbnail too. I've never put a thumbnail on the live video in the moment. It sounds pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Like, I feel like the thumbnail needs to still give an indication that this is a live thing, and I don't think that the thumbnail I made does that. I had a different idea, but I didn't really have time to iterate on it. I just wanted to start because I was late to start this. I meant to start around like 8, but I was busy. Like, it's an okay video, okay thumbnail for like if this was just a video. Even then, I would want to do a lot of changes to it. Like, Daniel Warren Johnson has a very simple thumbnail that just shows that it's Fridays with D-Dubs. David Finch has kind of a standard thing as well that he puts on his live streams. And I've typically liked just the look of, you know, you get a preview of what the stream is as the thumbnail, just chosen automatically by YouTube, because it differentiates it very clearly from everything else. But I thought, I don't know, I'll put something together quick. Yeah, see, that's kind of the problem, is that I feel like most people don't know that, so you don't. And it doesn't really do a good job of indicating it, especially when you send it to someone. Like, I sent this to a few chats and people and Discord, whatever, and it didn't have an indication in the linked version that showed like, hey, this is a live stream. So I feel like I need to either just let it be, or if I am going to make a custom thumbnail, it needs to show very clearly this is a live stream, because that people will click on that, you know, differently than if it's just a regular video. It's like, I like the idea of the thumbnail that I put together, but I think that it needs to very clearly show, hey, look, this is happening right now, and you can go and talk to the guy who does the comic book show. Because I'm a little surprised that the degree of turnout for this is basically exactly the same, other than maybe this person who was asking about Jurassic Park is not one of the guys I was hanging out with earlier today who I was talking to Jurassic Park about. And if that's the case, then we did get one rando. But I'm surprised that from, 10 subscribers all the way to 281, I don't know, that the level of turnout for this is the same. But also people don't know that this happens. I always talk about it in the show, but then I never do it. So people aren't going to say like, oh, I better show up to watch the stream. So if I'm consistent, that might change. We'll see. But also the thumbnail might trick people because it doesn't necessarily scream, oh, that's a Tales from the Long Box video. And it doesn't also scream, this is live. So having some indication that it's live on the thing, probably a good idea. Yeah, that's turning out sweet. And then where's the... Yes, there's going to be like the mountains and stuff in the background. Like back here's... Like that. I see what you mean. I'm a smart guy, Matthew. You wouldn't know it from how I clean toilets. But I don't know that we ever overlapped that much on the toilet cleaning part of my campus ops career. I'm sure we cleaned a couple toilets together. Not anymore. Now it's your job. And I'm in the big show making videos. Podcasts. World famous. Whoa, the iPad just kicked into the 120 hertz it's capable of. That freaked me out. Felt very sudden. Yeah, see, this is a problem now, is that this guy... This guy looks like he's stepping on the B2 here, which is not what I want to be happening. Veteran, that's right. Have some respect. So initially, I was thinking that I would just keep the color scheme of Doom just in the back of my head. I never really consciously thought about it, but in the back of my head, I just guessed that I assumed that that was what I would do here. And then I was talking to one of my buddies today, and he said, oh, no Droidekas in there. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess not. And then I realized that, well, the place to put it would be over here where this guy is. But then that would kind of throw off the color scheme if there was this big blue orb, and, you know, I can dilute it a little bit, but still it's going to be different. And that's when I realized, well, like, oh, I guess I don't have to, like, make this a big lavascape. It can be Ryloth. It can be probably not Umbara, because there were not droids like this on Umbara. But, like, the point being, it doesn't have to be that thing. It can be a different thing. And that's fine. So now I'm like, I don't know what the heck I want to do with the colors. Whatever, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be like space battles in the background and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. That's coming together great. And then this guy down here is going to be like waving to the camera, because in the original, if we look here, we have what color is good to, I guess, green. His hand facing the other way. But because the droids are stupid, I think it'd be funny if that droid was going, hi, pointing towards the camera. Yeah, I got to figure out all these mountains and stuff. The back here and all that. Color schemes of all that, the glow. Because with the guy in the back, yeah, I guess the trick is that these aren't mountains. They're just like craggy pieces of ground. So it doesn't quite make sense the way I've got it now. And I don't have a dude getting shot yet right here. I think I want to put a strategy droid there, but I need to find a 3D model so I can pose it and figure out what the heck that's going to look like. But yeah, then spaceships up here, you know, big Death Star. Just like that, you know? Like Star Wars. Remember Star Wars? So that's the plan. It's coming together pretty good. I'm liking this quite a bit. It's really working. Then like if I just really quickly do a little bit of a, let's go like this. More like, like there. There's light coming from above. Yeah, so then like there. Yeah, eventually it'll start to look kind of like that. Yeah, that's looking sweet. So this guy would have... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's gonna look sweet. So then the other trick would be get a better look at this. Yeah, except now that the blue parts are black, so that doesn't quite make sense, but you get the idea. Yeah, very fun. All right. Well, there she is. Man, I got 2 extra viewers. I'm about to drop out, everybody. You missed your chance. Welcome to the show, though. You can play it back, hear all the thoughts on Mass Effect and whatever the heck. All right, people. It's been a time. Thanks for being here. I'm going to try to actually do this more regularly. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for showing up. Can't wait to finish this one. It's turned out really fun. I really like it. This will be available for purchase once it's done. You can hang it up on your cool wall. This is actually turning out really, really cool with the lighting and everything like that, giving it a little bit of a look of what it's actually going to look like eventually. It's really exciting. So pretty good. All right, people. All right.